The first week of August in the Institute of the Incarnate Word marks the celebration of the Week of Culture, which culminates on the Feast of the Transfiguration of the Lord, which reminds us of our specific charism of transfiguring cultures into Christ, inebriating them with the principles of the Gospel. The Week of Culture consists of different activities wherein the cultures of the various countries are presented. We had the presentations on Vivaldi, on Filipino history, the Convivium, where the brothers present their personal artworks, and Polyglossis, where different literary works are presented in their respective languages. Last August 6th, 12 brothers professed their temporal vows for the first time. This solemn event was attended by the whole religious family in the Philippines, as well as our family, friends, and benefactors. A festive lunch followed the event. What concluded this week was the rediscovery of the Catholic culture of the Filipinas. Together with Professor Guillermo Gomez Rivera, members of the Houses of Formation toured some places in the historic Cavite province, once a completely Hispanized community which was destroyed during the last century, never to recover her luster again. Our first stop was the Aguinaldo Shrine in Kawit. Here, General Emilio Aguinaldo declared Filipino independence in 1898 as the first president of the First Republic in Asia. His house, with its new museum, serves as a testament to the Spanish legacy in the Filipinas. The richness of the Filipino culture, which is manifested mostly in virtual arts, serves as a rebuff to those claims that Spain tyrannized the Filipinas. If they truly terrorized us, why did they allow Aguinaldo and hundreds of Filipinos to look European? The visit brought us to the interview made by Professor Gomez to the noble general, wherein the latter denounced the treachery of the American invaders, manifested his loyalty to Mother Spain, and his retraction from Masonry, which planned the Filipino Revolution of 1896 and the later occupation of the Filipinas by the United States. Aguinaldo died as a Catholic and was given a Catholic funeral. Because of these events surrounding Aguinaldo and the Filipino Revolution, he was demonized as the assassin of Bonifacio and General Luna, which was never true. Then, our group visited Cavite City and met Mr. William Panganiban, who spoke to us in his native Chabacano language. Chabacano was a variant of the Spanish language and was widely spoken in Cavite and some parts of Manila. After the Second World War, the Chabacano-speaking populace simply perished. We made a quick tour of his house, seeing the various efforts to preserve Chabacano in Cavite and to have a passing glimpse of the splendor of Cavite and the splendor of the Filipinas. We also passed by the church of San Roque, where we venerated the century-old image of Our Lady of Sorrows of Porta Vaga. We concluded the whole trip at the church of Santa Maria Magdalena at Kawit, a splendid church where Aguinaldo was baptized and where he used to frequent to pray, even during the time of the Revolution. The discovery of the Hispanicity of the Filipinas is one of the concrete works of transfiguring the culture. To rediscover the roots of the Filipinas is to declare with a loud voice that the culture of the Filipinas is a Catholic culture.
Naturalmente, la cultura filipina tiene que ser católica, porque la nacionalidad filipina se creó mediante el catolicismo, porque la conversión al catolicismo es lo que creó la sociedad filipina. No se puede negar que los organizadores de los pueblos filipinos eran los frailes misioneros españoles.